Hi, I'm Larry Mishler, and I'm back again with photography before digital. And we're going to be in the darkroom today, and we're going to make a print from the negatives we did last time. And we're doing this through Larry's lens. Okay, here we are back in our darkroom. Our film is dry, and so what we're going to do is we're going to take this down and cut it up, and we're going to come over here to our light table and pull out our light table. There we go. And I cut them into fours for ease of handling. Well, that's 5. Oh well, sometimes I can't count. Okay, we'll take these, handling them by the edge. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our negatives, and after we get finished with them, we're going to put them into sleeves like this. And that way we can catalog them and keep track of everything of where that is. Okay. We have what is called, this is a film proofer. There are different kinds of film proofers that I use. This is used under an enlarger. Now, several years ago, and I'm talking about when I was a kid, which is several years ago, we had to make contact prints, and this is a little contact printer. This is a little tower thing, and this has a little broken glass, but you put the negative down there and contact paper, close it down, turn on the light, expose it, and then take it and develop it. But the thing is, you had to have 2 different kinds of paper. You had to have contact paper for contact prints and enlarging paper for enlarging print. For enlarging. So it made a lot of sense for people to start using enlargers to make their contact prints. Now, Kodak came out with a book. This is one of the books we had. This is from about 1955, and it had samples of all of the types of paper that they made. And when somebody came in to buy paper, you'd say, well, what are you going to do with it? Is it going to be a portrait? Is it going to be technical? Is it going to be just snapshots? And they made many different kinds of paper. But as prices and everything else went up, the amount of photographic types of paper that they made was really narrowed. So it ended. Now, other people made paper too. Like this is Ilford. This was made in England, and of course the Germans were always into it. And this is Agfa. Agfa made really pretty good paper, and I've used it all. This is Kodak. This is Kodak Professional. This is Polycontrast Rapid F. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to make, first of all, I'm going to make a contact print and take a look at it and see what print we want to make, and we'll make an enlargement. So without that, we'll go ahead and we'll go dark and we'll make a print. Okay, what we're going to do first is to mix the chemistry. And what I have is I have a quart of Dectol developer, that's paper developer. I buy it in the gallon size, but unless you use it a lot, it spoils. So I use 135 ounces or 135 grams to make a quart, and we'll mix that 2 to 1. Okay, we've got 12 ounces of Dectal developer. That's paper developer. It's a fairly common. And we'll go ahead and go up to make 32 ounces of working solution. We'll pour that into there. Okay. Wash my chemistry out. We'll also use some indicator stop bath. Now what happens when you put the paper in the developer, it develops the silver. It will continue to go and be still light sensitive. So what we do is we use a acetic acid stop bath. This is indicator stop bath, and that will tell us when it's bad. I just put a little bit in like that, mix it up, and then we also have fixer, which is a similar thing, a similar fixer that we use with the film is with paper. So we'll put that in. Okay, that should be enough. If you're going to make a whole bunch of prints, you want to add more chemistry. Okay. So I will wash my hands off here. And we are all ready to go, and we'll now go dark, and we will make a print. Okay, we're going to first make a contact print, and I'm going to use some Ilford multi-grade paper. We'll take one sheet out, and we'll put it in. I have a little film proofer, which is a piece of glass and a piece of foam on the bottoms, which makes it all hugged together so that it gets all nice and solid. We'll put the negatives on here. Like so. And carefully put them down here. Okay, now we'll go ahead and make the exposure. I did a little test strip before to find out about what the exposure is, so we will start that. Okay, and now we'll take that and we'll go to the developer. Okay, we're going to come in here and we're going to put the paper in the developer. Some people like to use tongs. Some people use their fingers. I guess I've been doing it so long, I always use my fingers. And here it is. It's coming up. This is coming up a little hot. Okay, that's probably enough. Into the stop bath for just a quick rinse. I like to use stop bath with paper because, and with film, mainly because when you mix developer and fixer together, if they hit contact with each other, they form a brown stain, which is kind of really nasty. And it ruins film and it ruins a lot of stuff. So, okay, we're going to go and wash my fingers off. And we're going to go light and see what we have. Okay, we're back on the light. We have our proof sheet in the fixer. And I'm going to take this. Now, I use tongs in the fixer often. Actually, these are the better ones. And I'll put that in the wash so that when we look at this, we don't drip fixer all over the place. If you have a bunch of white spots all over your floor and clothes, you'll know that's the fixer. Okay, so here's what we have. I should have, oh, you know, sometimes they stand on my head. I've got 4 pictures here, and those are of some old trucks. That's interesting. And some old gas pumps. And if you've ever been to Pocahontas, Iowa, this is the Pocahontas statue right there. So I think what we'll do is, I think I like this this picture right here of the 4 trucks. They're out in some field, derelict trucks. So we'll take that negative and we'll make an 8x10 enlargement of it and see what we get. Okay, now that we've selected which print we want to make, we find the negative and we're going to put it in the negative carrier and put it in the enlarger. And it's probably a good idea to do this with gloves, but I am all out of my gloves, so I'm being very careful not to do the image. There we go. It's right in there. We'll put the negative in the enlarger. And we need an easel. Oh, here they are. Okay, we're going to use what's called a speed easel. This is an 8x10 speed easel. They come in, most of them come in the yellow color like this. This happens to be a really ancient one. It's white. This is a 4x5. And what you do with these speed easels, it gives you a nice 1/4 inch border all the way around. And you just get paper that, like this is 3.5x5. And so our 8x10, we're going to make a print. Oh, I'll show you how we focus and everything. Now, notice that the darkroom is painted white. I've had more people say, oh, don't you paint darkroom black? Well, when you turn the lights off, hey, what color is that? That's black. Okay, so, and the fun thing about it is that if you have safe lights on, the safe lights bounce off the walls. It gives you more light. It's easier to work in than it is in the black room. So now safe lights come in different kinds. Like I showed you one, I think before, this little red light and the 5x7 little lights. And there's some new kind that they call LED. They're red lights that are, I guess, are quite good, but they're quite expensive. So I'm here using the same safe lights that I've had for probably, I think these came out of the darkroom that my dad had. So they last a long time. Okay, so we're going to go dark and with safe lights. And we're going to go and make a print of the 4. I think there's 4 trucks that are derelict. We'll see how that goes. Okay.
What kind of paper are you using?
Oh, we're going to be using Ilford multigrade paper, and we use multigrade because multigrade being that you can vary the contrast. In other words, you can have, if you have a real contrasty negative, you can use a filter that makes it less contrast. Or if you have a negative like we have, which is very, very old, the negative is probably 15, 20 years old before we developed it. So it lost a lot of contrast. So we'll use a higher contrast filter in there. Now, this is a set of filters that is made by Ilford. Since we're using the Ilford paper, that's what we're going to use. Now, if we were using Kodak paper, this is a set of polycontrast filters. Kodak calls it polycontrast. Ilford calls it multi-contrast. It's just a trade name. But these are basically the same. They have a colored filter. Is a different color for each contrast. The heavier the ruby color, the more contrast brings out the multi-levels in the paper. Okay, so now we're going to go and go dark so that we can make our print.
Hey! Merry Christmas!
Oh, Merry Christmas! Welcome! Are you here for the party?
Of course.
Oh, amazing! Just you?
Just me.
Oh, so great! Have a wonderful evening. Hey, it's so good to see you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas! Are you here for the party?
I am.
Oh, that's incredible!
Brought you some wine.
That's incredible. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Wait. Try these.
Hey there, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Brought you some wine.
Why? Thank you so much.
And
Are those really can be?
they are.
Oh my gosh, come right in. Come right in. It's so good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Okay, we have the negative in the enlarger. We're going to open the lens all the way up so that we can focus this. We've got to make a decision now. Since it's square negative, we have to decide whether we're going to go vertical or horizontal. And I'm going to take this, and incidentally, I'm going to take my little brush here and brush off any little dust that might happen. And so that we can, for the film, okay, there we go. The lens is all the way open. I'm going to raise the enlarger a little bit. The more you raise the enlarger, the bigger it gets. Now, this is a little device here. I put this on here and look in here, and I can see how to focus this. Okay, looks like that's about right. Now I'm going to stop the lens. Well, let's see. I'm a little large. I don't want to cut this off, and I don't want to cut this off, so I'm going to come down just a little bit. Refocus. Each time you change positions on that, you have to refocus. Okay, I'm going to come down a little bit more. Refocus. Okay, and I'm going to go even just a little bit more. Okay, I like that composition pretty well. Okay, now I'm going to stop the lens down. As you can see, the image getting dimmer. And I'm going to put in my multigrade filter. Okay. Now, should we make a test strip of this? Just like we did the other? What I'm going to do is to make a test strip, and I put a small piece of paper here, And I'm going to give it an exposure, move it, another, okay, now we'll go develop it. Okay, we're going to put the test strip in here. We should develop the test strip about 1.5 minutes. 1.5 to 2 minutes. Already we can see the image coming up. Let me move it over here a little bit so you can see that. Okay, I'm going to move this over to the stop path and into the fixer. Rinse my hands off so I don't track fixer all over the place. Now we can go light. Okay, as you can see the test strip, let me wash this off a little bit so I don't drip fixer all over. This is the lightest part here, and it gets darker and darker and darker as we go. So this was 7 exposures. This is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And what I've decided that, well, the 7 looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a little extra 8. So that'll be our task.
Okay.
Okay, this was the little tool that you saw me focusing with. You hold it down on the center of that, and the light hits here and focuses on this little screen on here. It's really kind of a neat device, especially if you have bad eyes. It's easy to focus this way. So there's also some other tools we use. This is a little dodging tool, and it has a little piece of red cellophane on the end. And if you have an area that is particularly dark that you want to get more detail in, you can, during the exposure, you can take and move this around and it will lighten that spot. And that's the dodging tool. And I think they got this from Photoshop, I'm not sure, but, or maybe there's the other way around. Anyway, there's also, this is a small one, but this is a burning tool. Again from Photoshop. Anyway, there's a hole in here, and after the main exposure is made, if there are areas that you want to make darker, you can take this and move this around with adding additional exposure to the paper, and that's the burning tool. It comes in various sizes, and it's you know, it's anybody that does that, you'll know a lot. Also, I do a lot of burning with my hands because I can see this, and it's just, as we go, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay?
All right.
So, now we're ready to go dark. All right, here we go. I'll check my composition to make sure that nothing is moved. That looks pretty good. I'm going to come up just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, shut that off. And I'll get our paper. And put the paper in the easel. Make sure it's centered. Okay, now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going to burn a little bit extra in the tops of that and the bottoms down here. Okay, we go develop. Okay, here we are at the developer. I'm going to start the developing process. This is always a lot of fun to watch this stuff come up. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this come up. Oh, we have fog paper on the edge. Okay, we also have a little excess. I think we're going to be a little hot here. Okay, I'm going to take this out now. Okay, now lights up, everybody, and there we are. Actually, I can trim the edge off here, but that's not bad. Oh, there's an old, looks like a 51 Chevy, a 49. There's an old 49 Ford, 50 Ford, and 50, I'm not sure what that is. I think it's a Chevy. Now notice the area I burned in here and up here is it's a little darker there than it is there, and that worked out pretty well. I think I'll keep that. Love old cars. I have enough of them. So I hope you've you found that something interesting about making your own prints in the darkroom. It's not like a laser printer, and you don't have any toner cartridges, but you have a lot of chemistry. A lot of people will say that, oh, the darkroom really smells. Actually, I think it's the fixer that is the worst smelling, and after a while your hands get to be where they smell the same way if you use your hands. That's why a lot of people use tongs. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching me make some prints and develop the film and so forth, and learn something about what it takes to make pictures in a long time ago. I know it's much easier on a laser printer or something like that, but this is what it looks like when it's all finished and framed. And you'll come back and see us again, and we will do photography before digital through Larry's lens.
Great. And let's do it one more time just for fun.
Okay.
And when you talk about the word darkroom again, I'll probably cut the back camera and so you can just kind of...
For our Indian agitator, and start the clock.